Hi there and welcome back. So in the first video of this lab 1 I showed you how you can protect console access by adding the password Cisco to the router and set the exec timeout. We've already done that, that's great, so we can chalk that one off the list. In the next video we're going to protect exec mode or enable mode, or also known as privilege mode, which is basically the mode on the router that allows you full access really to the configuration and to make changes or to do whatever you want to do. So it's kind of an important mode, and it's important that we actually protect it. So the way we do that is, it says protect exec mode, please use a method that utilizes the strongest available password hashing on the router. Previously we talked about type 7 hashes and how insecure they were. In terms of enable mode or privilege mode, there is a better option than type 7, so that's good news. So let's bring up GNS3. Now, previously, in the previous video, I actually made the change on the Calgary router rather than the Toronto router. I'm not sure why I chose to do that, but there you go. So this time, let's open the Toronto router. And I've already set a console password up, as we saw previously, so this has already been done. So we'll enter that. And once I've entered the console password, it's going to prompt me it's a user level exec mode. So it's not executive mode, it's user mode. We can't do a great deal here. If I press a question mark, you can see the way it's configured currently, I can't really do anything. But if I type enable, it's going to prompt me for another password. I've already set this up previously, so I just wanted to show you why the enable password is so important. So let's enter the enable password, and if I do question mark now, you'll see I have a whole lot more options. I can pretty much do everything on the router. So the way that I set this up, if I go configuration mode, and the command itself is enable, I have two options really. I have enable password, which will put me in a clear text. I can enter it in by clear text, or I can specify type 7 encryption, which we saw previously. That's not ideal, and it's not the best way of securing the router. So in this case, what we want to use is enable secret. This is a newer, better version of enable password, and you should pretty much always use this. I don't think there's a reason to use enable password anymore. I'm not sure why they just don't get rid of that out of the iOS. Maybe it's just some kind of backwards compatibility with previous configs, but who knows really. Really, the default option should be enable secret. And what this does is allows us to type in a password. This time I'll use Cisco. And if I show you the part of the config, actually, let's have a look. So enable secret actually encrypts the password with an MD5 hash, which I want to show you in the configuration now. So let's do enable show run begin enable. Sorry, I'll show you the hash. There you go, right at the top of your screen there. So you got enable secret. Type is 5, which means MD5, and then the actual MD5 hash of the password Cisco. Obviously a much stronger hash than a type 7 hash, MD5 hash. Very difficult to break for any cracker. In this case, the password is quite simple, Cisco, but you would generally use a more secure password, obviously, than that. But it's a very difficult password to break in terms of the hashing used on the actual password itself. So that's it, really. Always choose enable secret. Don't choose enable password. Enable password is not secure. Enable secret is much more secure and will actually protect enable mode and stop bad people being able to access your router. So any questions, give me a shout as always, but let's move on to the next video. Thank you.